Hey guys, James here from eBassGuitar. In today's bass guitar lesson, I want to show you the most important scale that you can learn for the bass guitar. I'll see you on the other side. Hey guys, it's James here, and for today's bass guitar lesson, I want to do something a little bit different for you guys on YouTube. Over on Facebook, you know, that other platform that we all love, we have had a video go absolutely nuts. It's literally had thousands upon thousands of views, and it is showing you how to use the most important scale that you can learn on the bass guitar. You're literally going to be covering 70-80% of all pop, rock, soul music into jazz, etc. So what I wanted to do was share that video with you today. It's all connected with this book here, which is the complete guide to music theory for bass players. It's one of the videos which supported that. If you haven't got your copy of this book, there is a link in the description below. This has literally had I think 17 or 18 last time I checked 5-star reviews on Amazon, so you can also grab it there too, but there is a link in the description there. So if you're baffled by music theory, first of all, it's going to explain how music theory for the bass guitar works, but secondly, I'm going to demonstrate it so you can see it in action on this particular video. So let's crack on with the lesson, and I will see you on the other side. Hey guys, it's James here from eBassGuitar, and one of the things that I've seen confuse so many of my online bass guitar students, particularly if they're in that beginning to intermediate phase, is the subject of music theory, and I totally get that. I've paid my mortgage now as a professional bass player here in the UK for well over 15 years, and not so long back I started writing the complete guide to music theory for bass players, and one thing really shone out to me that was just so super important to absolutely everyone who is playing pop and rock music, and that is understanding the major scale. I like to think of the major scale as an onion. There are so many layers you can peel back, and so what I want to demonstrate today is how you can use the major scale to create some incredible bass lines. And the premise of absolutely everything today is I'm not going to play a note outside of the C major scale. If I do, I'll hold my hand up. So we are going to work in the key of C major, and that means every note is from the C major scale. So that is a C, a D, an E, an F, a G, an A, and a B, and a C. So what I have here is I have a backing track called Taking It Home, and this is based on an 80s pop ballad style, and it is based on the chord sequence 1, 6, 4, 5. And 1, 6, 4, 5 in the key of C major is 1, 6, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, just going up the degrees of the major scale. So C to an A minor, to an F, which is chord 4, and a G, which is chord 5. And there are literally hundreds upon hundreds of songs that use this particular chord sequence. So ones which spring to mind is Don't Know Much About History, What a Wonderful World, Stand By Me comes to mind, Unchained Melody, Nothing's Going to Stop Us Now by Starship. Literally Google it on Wikipedia and you will see how many hundreds of songs use this chord sequence. And I estimate if you can really get a handle on the major scale, you probably have, based in my experience, probably 65 to 75+% of all pop and rock music covered. So the great thing is once you understand this, the fretboard can start to light up like a Christmas tree because you'll be able to start navigating around it. If you're using tab sites at the moment, you're probably just looking at some disconnected numbers. But if you look at the diagram that's coming up on screen now, you can see all of the C, A minor, F and G across the neck. And I'm going to demonstrate this to you now. I'm going to use a simple pop groove to do this, and then we're going to start building it out. like that. So let's put the track on and I'll show you what I mean. And my aim is to use as much of the fingerboard as I can to show you all the different possibilities using this chord sequence.
1, 2, 3.
So just keeping it down the low end of the neck. Okay, let's go into the mid-range. Let's go up as the upper register. Let's take it back down again. So you can see having this understanding of what chords I am playing within the key of C major has opened up the whole of the neck to me now. Now, moving a stage forward, what we can do is we can start to use notes of the scale to create passing notes to link the chords together. So the technique I'm going to use here is I'm either going to approach the note from above or below the note. So if we are going, say, to the F, we will either go from the G above or the E below. That is the little technique that I'm using, and I'm just going to show you how simple and effective it is using scale notes to link the notes together, or we can call these approach notes too.
1, 2, 3.
Lower approach note, lower approach note, upper approach notes, upper approach notes, and then mix them up a little bit. And then you can go on like that. And then the great thing is we can start to build this out a little bit further by using triads. And this is a great technique because we can use the root and the third of the fifth of each of these particular chords. To the A minor like that, to the F. So what I'm going to do, the pattern I'm going to play is doom, and then I'm going to use the third and the fifth in on beat 4 of the bar. And what I might do sometimes, which is a really cool thing, which starts to make it sound slightly less formulaic, is I can actually turn them inside out as well. So so if you start with the third sometimes or start with the fifth, you can spin them round. So let me demonstrate what this sounds like in context.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, let's reverse them now. Let's mix them up. So what I'm going to do now, the next stage is we can start adding fills into this, and the perfect place to add fills in is on the 4th bar of every phrase. So we keep the first 3 bars relatively simple, then jack up the intensity on that 4th bar. And what I'm going to use this is I'm just going to use notes from the scale. So previously we have used passing notes, and then we've used triads to create more interest to link the chords together. Now we are going to use actual scales within this context to create the fills. So I'm just going to play a bit, then I'm going to let loose, and I'm going to only use notes here from the C major scale. So you can see how powerful this set of 8 notes is to really create effective bass lines.
1, 2, 3.
Now I'm going to start breaking out a little bit, just having some fun using these concepts. So hopefully you can see what a powerful concept learning the major scale is. There's so much depth in those 7 notes alone, and so much of pop and rock music is based exclusively upon it. So if you'd like to learn more about the major scale and how to use it on the bass guitar, make sure you grab a copy of my book, The Complete Guide to Music Theory for Bass Players. This is 100% the music theory which is relevant to bass guitar players. We don't fly off at tangents, so you're just going to get the stuff that really matters. So there is a link below this post, so make sure you grab your copy today. Guys, that was the lesson. It was absolutely massive on Facebook, so I wanted to share it with you guys over at YouTube. If you've enjoyed the lesson, please do give it a like and share. If you'd like to grab a copy of, let's find it there, The Complete Guide to Music Theory for Bass Players, there is a link in the description below this video and you could grab your copy there. We've now sold literally thousands upon thousands of copies of this book, so please, I know you're going to get some great value and some great results from it. Anyway, I've been James from eBassGuitar. I will catch you next time.